the residents. To the right, we see a white building with arcs. That is what we call Cabildo. During the colonial times, this was one of the most important institutions. Over there used to be the government, the police, and the justice, and today is kept as a museum, the Museum of the May Revolution. The May Revolution, by the way, was the first step to our independence. It was the beginning of the revolutionary process that led to our independence declaration in the year 1816. The May Revolution took place at 25th of May of the year 1810, and our independence came 6 years later, the 9th of July of the year 1816. You'll notice that it's the only colonial-style building in the surroundings of the square. It is so because, as I was explaining to some of you before, at the end of the 19th century, Argentina became a wealthy country, and we decided that we didn't want to look like an old colonial town anymore. Instead, we wanted to look like a big European capital city, especially like Paris. So these kind of buildings were seen as something from the past. They weren't something unwanted in the city, so we either demolished them or didn't protect them properly and time did its part, right? And where yesterday we had these kind of colonial style buildings, nowadays we have more modern European styled ones. And to the right we have this avenue, which is what we know as the May Avenue. It was the first avenue that we opened in Buenos Aires. It was opened in the year 1880 to connect the government building, to our left, with the parliament. As we move forward a little bit, you will be able to see at the end of the avenue a building with a green dome, which is our national parliament, okay? Now here is going to find a place to stop over here. And those of you that don't mind a little bit of rain, we'll go out, take a few pictures, and well, then we will continue towards the south. Now right over here, guys, this square is one of the main areas in Buenos Aires that we use to express ourselves. Celebrations, demonstrations take place over here. We have two demonstrations that have a certain regularity. One of them is the one led by the Mothers of the May Square, this group of women that since the year 1976 are claiming for justice for their missing sons and daughters during our last dictatorial government. This dictatorial government took place between the years 1976 and 1983, and during these 7 years disappeared quite a large amount of people that, according to these militias, were socialists, communists, liberals, or simply did not have their same ideas, which was excuse enough to illegally imprison them, tortured and killed. And another demonstration that we have, which is a daily demonstration, is this one here to the left, which is led by a group of people that are claiming to be considered veterans of the Falklands War. In the year 1982, Argentina held a war against England for the possession of the Falkland Islands. And years ago, the Argentinian gave economical benefits to the veterans of the war, but only considered as such to those that have been directly involved in combat fighting on the islands. Those that remained in the mainland as part of the reserve army, logistic operations, or things like that, were not considered war veterans, and therefore they don't have any kind of official recognition or economical benefits, right? Well, this is a group of people that were in the mainland. This group of people are called continental soldiers that are claiming to be considered veterans of the war. They've been here camping in the square for the past 9 years. Not days, not weeks, not even months. 9 years they've been here claiming for what they consider as their rights. In my opinion, guys, what they didn't get in the first couple of weeks or a couple of months, they are not going to get after 9 years, right? But well, it is a way that they have to be seen by the rest of us, let us know what is going on with them, etc., etc. Okay, guys, let's go to the square, let's take a look at it, let's